Everybody. Thank you for joining today. Um, Today, we're going to be talking about building community and why it's important to have those type of structures in place as you age. Our presenter today is going to be Jyoti with Senior Helpers. She's the president and owner, and she's been a huge supporter of Lisa's over the last year and a half. So just want to say thank you for that, and we'll pass the floor to Jyoti.
Thank you so much, Daphne. And I am so excited to virtually assume that you all are there. And then keeping all of that in mind, I'm so excited to share some of the things which are going to be very, very helpful for all of you. So give me 1 second and let me share my screen. Do you guys see it okay? Okay, perfect. So the topic for today is the power of purpose. And what that means is basically just staying engaged and connected as we go, be it a 10-year-old or be it a 90-year-old or a 100-year-old or whatever your age is. We want to make sure that how can we be more involved? How can we keep ourselves engaged in day-to-day routines? And this is all we will be discussing about today. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Any suggestions to share with the community, please feel free to do so. And from Senior Helpers, I will be just sharing 2 cents today. And I know if you guys love it and have questions, want to get more involved, please obviously feel free to reach out to us. So let's get started. So welcome everybody. And I thank each one of you from bottom of my heart for joining us. And whether you guys are exploring ways to stay engaged yourself or seeking ideas for your loved ones, this is the place. Lisa's Care Connection is the place. And today, from this webinar, I hope you leave with some practical ideas, some renewed inspiration, and a reminder for everybody that every day holds a possibility, doesn't matter what our age is. Now, if we were in person, I would have, asked or pointed people to share what you think that purpose matters or why it matters at every age. But I will say that purpose isn't something we outgrow. Just because I have retired doesn't mean that, oh, I don't need to have a purpose. Not really. Purpose, it evolves with us. So it gives our days structure, our relationship more depth, and our lives genuinely a lot more meaning. And so today we'll explore how staying connected and purposeful can transform the aging experience into something very rich, vibrant, and deeply fulfilling. And if we get time in the end, I will share how my purpose have evolved so much over the years. And if we have volunteers in here who would like to share their purpose, it would be our pleasure to listen to you guys as well. That being said, I want to highlight that why purpose is essential as we age. The very first thing is daily motivation. Having a purpose gives us a reason to get up each morning with so much energy and intention. Uh, and if we don't have any structure to a day, if we don't have any purpose, it feels like, oh, it's another day. Maybe if I don't sleep through the night, I can sleep during the day. And there's no structure involved. So I think having some sort of purpose, be it volunteering at a children's hospital, I'm just making it up, but like whatever the purpose is, it gives you a structure. It gives you so much more that you might have thought about it at some point in your life. And if you guys are retired now, you guys might feel like, why? I don't need that. And it can bring back all of that to you that, yes, having that kind of purpose actually gives structure to my life. So it's not just daily motivation, it also is connected to your mental well being. So it supports our emotional health, it keeps our minds active and engaged. Um, a lot of times when I go to families like houses, like I meet people, clients' houses, and things like that, people would say, I ask them, what do you like? What do you do? And sometimes people would say, I watch TV all day. And it is good to watch some TV, but genuinely, it doesn't stimulate your brain the way our brain needs to be stimulated. So having a purpose indirectly helps your mental well-being, believe it or not. The next thing is physical vitality. Having a purpose, going somewhere, because I have to, it will involve me to move around, do things. It increases my activity levels and it helps maintain strength and mobility, which is obviously, we all know that we need it as we age more and more and more. We need that more and more as well. Um, Connection. It strengthens relationships and builds lasting community bonds. So when I go to Jocelyn Center all the time, I see so many people have formed so many beautiful connections over there because they all come to, a lot of different classes all the time, and they have built these long-lasting friendships. So it's very important. So I think just having a purpose gives you all of this, like how everything is just so connected. And then the last thing I want to highlight, having a purpose reduces loneliness or prevents loneliness. As we age or as we are retired and we don't necessarily have a purpose, then you're watching TV, you feel like, I don't want to burden my kids. No, no, that is not true. Nobody gets burdened because you are retired, and now if you're gonna give them a call, they're gonna feel like, oh, my I'm busy, my dad is bothering me, or my mom is bothering. No, it's nothing like that, and I'm gonna touch that point a little bit more in detail in a second. But the point is, if you have a purpose, you stay connected with people, and then you have these friends that you are talking to. Now you guys are creating plans to meet, or maybe you guys are doing video calls or Zoom calls and whatnot. And then it reduces the loneliness which you had at some point. Maybe all the friends who have retired are meeting for coffees or lunch or dinners together, a couple times a week or things like that. So it just, it prevents so many things like loneliness, isolation, and due to these are so many harmful effects of these, which all gets prevented if we just have purpose in life. That being said, it takes me to my next point, which is what happens when we feel purposeful. So having a purpose is one thing, and then when you feel that, I have this purpose in my life, what does it make you feel? Better memory and sharper thinking. Um, and as you all know, that if we have to think about something, your brain is it gets better and better. But if we start utilizing and only like start ingesting things like or like just consuming content, for example, you're not using your brain because it's just fed to you. You're not necessarily thinking or spending time doing other activities. So having a purpose helps you because now you have to use your utilize your brain more, and it makes your memory sharper. It makes your thinking better. And so basically, it helps keeps our cognitive ability strong and protects against mental or cognitive decline. Lower risk of depression, meaningful activities and connections. It we all know that like naturally boost mood. If you feel like, oh, like today I did gardening, or it just feels it makes you feel so good because let's say you planted a seed and now you're going to wait how it's going to blossom and how you will have fruits or vegetables or whatever you have did gardening for. So like now you have a purpose, you are thinking about it and you are looking forward to it, so you are happier now. So that's why it is very important. And like I said, you are not thinking about it, but it actually helps lower the risk of depression. Improved mobility and balance. Obviously, if we have to go meet friends or whatever tasks we are assigned to or the things that we're going to do, we are going to be more mobile. We will be going, meeting, taking those extra efforts that otherwise we wouldn't have taken. So it helps you stay active as well. Now, if you're active, obviously, and you have like accomplished so much during the day, be it you're doing it slowly, but you all those 10 tasks that you assigned yourself, you'll feel fulfilled and you will be able to sleep better and you'll have less stress. So, and obviously we all know that if we have a fulfilling day, it definitely leads to more restful nights. And then as you are like very active and thinking and working and meeting with friends and talking and doing all and mobile, doing all those things, it helps you live longer and richer life. And obviously, there are so many studies out there that says that purpose to increase lifespan and enhanced quality of life, which we all know that moment we feel like, oh my gosh, I'm retired and I don't know what else to do, I think I'm just going to sit. So purpose is not related to, it has nothing to do with making money, because obviously we all get tired. We have like these 40 years, 45 years of long working career. And then you're like so tired and you're like, you know what, I don't want to do anything anymore. No. Yes, our purpose here is not to make money anymore, but our purpose here to do more meaningful things that could impact our community, which would indirectly impact you. So, that being said, it takes me to a next point, which is about social connection, which means better health. And the key ingredient to aging well is social connection. So, like, I just mentioned that connection isn't just nice to have, it is absolutely essential to our for our health. And connections could be with obviously with your friends, with your family members, extended families, and communities. And they all serve as emotional anchors that absolutely keep us grounded, supported, and helps us thrive. So, staying active in conversations and building new friendships, asking for help when needed, regular social contact, all of these things. Wherever you meet people, be more engaged and try to meet more people. And I hear people often say that I'm not at that age where I need new friends or we can't make new friends or anything like that. I don't think so. That is true. You can still form deeper connections at any age, at 95, at 65, at 10, at 100. You can do that. So remember, it's never ever too late to deepen any existing bonds or to create new ones. Maybe when you were working, you didn't have enough time to touch base with your cousins or friends or school buddies and whatnot. Maybe it's about time now to get back into that, to connect with, to make those phone calls to your family members or friends. And you will notice how beautiful, how amazing, and how happy you will be to after talking to them. You don't have to think, oh, yeah, my cousin never reached out to me. It's been 20 years, or it's okay. You can take that step, and that's totally fine. But you will feel so good. If you take that one step forward, the other person will definitely take another step as well. And this is how we all, as a community, work together. Now, that brings me to my another point, which is about what gets in our way. Um, and I'm pretty sure like you guys might have thought about it already, which is like the common, like some of the common barriers that I'm going to, highlight here. Loss of routines or social circles. And then the main point it leads to is retirement or relocation or loss of loved ones. They all can disrupt familiar patterns and connections. So just like how I mentioned in the beginning that when we retire, before you retire, you have a very fixed schedule. You're working, you wake up at certain hours, you go to work, you come back, you have a routine, you have weekends, you have fixed tasks, this and that, right? Now that I am retired, I have all the time. I don't know what to do, but we got you. We will take care of you. We can walk you through. We can help you to help how to create a structure around your day. And so that's one of the things that a lot of people say, yeah, it was pretty fine, like when I was working, but not anymore. So we can figure that out, how we can help you over there. The another thing people talk about is transportation challenges. When I was 65, I was able to drive. Now that I'm 70, I don't feel pretty good driving. I'm not comfortable. But so, because I can't drive, I can't meet my friends, I can't go to grocery shopping, or I can't go to senior centers and whatnot. And we'll talk about that as well. How can we help fix those or overcome those challenges? A very other common thing that I've heard from a lot of people, a lot of families I work with, saying it feels like a burden. They hesitate to reach out to their own children because they'll say, I remember when my children were little, it felt like there was just so much to deal with. Now I don't want to burden my children that, oh, mom has a doctor's appointment, or mom needs to go here, or dad needs to go there. I don't want to impose anything on others. Well, that is not true. We can talk about that as well. But these are like some of the common things that people do mention, and they come in their way of moving to that next step. Mobility challenges. Now that you have, like, as you're aging, maybe you don't have enough strength now, so you're not as mobile as you were before, so you have physical limitations. How do you overcome that? Health limitations, some chronic conditions. And apart from all of that, you might have talked about all of these things in your head, or to your friends, or to your family members. You just don't know where to start. So it's always the thing, like, you want to do those things, but then you don't know how to get started. So the path is not clear for you. But you know what? Making smaller steps, they go a long way. Just like how I mentioned, if you haven't, talked to your cousin or a friend in 20 years, let's take that one step forward and you will notice how your life changes. Now, which leads us to our next slide, which is practical ways to overcome isolation. You can join various clubs or community events, libraries, senior centers, and so many faith communities. They offer so many wonderful opportunities, but you have to take that one step to get involved. Staying in touch through technology, just like I mentioned, pick up that phone and do a FaceTime or a video call or WhatsApp call, or however you connect with your family members or friends. You can even in this, time and age, you can still write letters as well if that's your thing, but you can stay in touch with people, whatever means is convenient for you. Create a daily connection routine. Maybe, your high school friends, you guys make a pact that, every Monday morning, every weekend, or whatever that day is, we are doing a video call for half an hour. All three friends are doing a video call together, or we are meeting for coffee once a week, or we are meeting for dinner once a week, or we're going to play bingo once a week, or we're going to have play cards once a week. So you can, like, create those things for you and then make a routine, and you will see the difference, how structured your life gets and what kind of impact it will have on you. um, for some people, they can do volunteering or share the skills that you might have. Some people might be so good at crochet, some people might be so good at teaching, some people might be good at God knows a million things that you guys know. Share your experiences with other people. And I know we have, like, wonderful talented people all around. We're just, like, not utilizing it in a way that we should as a community. And I think you guys are genuinely, like, the valuable gifts to the community. You guys should absolutely share your wisdom, your learnings, life learnings with us, with people like us and next generation. so you can come to senior, there is, like I said, like senior center, libraries, like faith communities and whatnot. You can go there, teach, educate, volunteer, help the community. We need you guys. And we do not think that you guys are burdened. We need you to help us. And the last thing I want to highlight is ask for companionship support. So if you feel that you're lonely and none of the other things are for you, ask for a companion. There are so many services out there. Like one of my companies, for example, our company is Senior Helpers, and we provide companionship. We learn about you. Maybe you're 70 now, and then you used to love dancing when you were in high school. And then, due to your work, due to your life responsibilities and whatnot, you forgot everything and you never paid attention to yourself. It's about time. Let's do all those things that you at once upon a time wanted to do and are not doing it anymore. We can do it. I have a 90-year-old client and she loves dancing. And so we take her for dance classes, and it is the most beautiful thing ever. So I'm trying to say here is it's never too late. So the important thing that you're taking from here is take one small step today, and connection builds momentum. Let's make sure of that. The other thing I want to highlight is rediscover your why. Uh, Again, purpose doesn't need to be like this big, grand, and complicated thing. It can be a very little thing, as little as dancing. Like I used to dance, creative arts, swimming, singing, writing, whatever that is, whatever. So basically, you the way you can ask yourself is, because you now I don't want you to feel burdened or pressured or be like, I don't know what my purpose is. It can be, think about it, what brings you joy, who inspires you, what skills do you still want to share, what goals or dreams do you still have. Let's just, it's all about you. So think about that and see how we can find something from those things and bring it back and make that as our purpose. That being said, some of the things that we want to highlight, just to give you some ideas, uh, and you will feel that it gives meaning to life in a very different way, like gardening. When you touch elements of the earth, and that is like soil, you touch soil, it impacts your body in a very different way. So gardening is one of those. Walking groups, they are the most, like, they're so cute. Like I see people in groups like walking, sharing things, how their day was, how what their plans are. And then now you become a walking group, like 7 a.m. walking group, 6 p.m. evening walking group, and whatnot. So you can be, ask your friend to go for a walk, and you guys can meet every day or 3 times a day or things like that. Creative arts, whoever likes reading, music, painting, crafts, it definitely sparks joy and keep your mind engaged. Sharing knowledge, helping grandchildren, mentoring, or teaching. It passes on valuable wisdom. So what I was highlighting, there are, at so many different senior centers, there are things where people like, some people like sewing, some people like I said, crochet. They make so many cool things. And then maybe, let's say I want to learn, but I don't know where to, like, I can go to senior center and ask, like, there are classes like that. I want to educate people. If people want to join my classes, I would love to have people come over and we do those things. So like, share your knowledge, and it's never too late. Just because you are 60 or 70 or 80 or 90, it doesn't matter. You can share that with people. uh, that being said, we're gonna talk about how to keep the mind active and keep the body very strong. So you can do, oh, sorry.
Hey, so we got a couple
In
questions.
between. Okay, sorry. Yes, yes, yes.
No worries. So one of them says, how do I pursue finding purpose without adding something else to my to-do list as a caregiver?
Great question. I think it's very, very important. Always remember that okay, I'll give this example. You know, when we are in a on a flight, what do they tell you? Like in case of an emergency, what should we do? Should we put the masks on others first, or should we do it on us? Always remember that. They always say do it on yourself first, right? So
Hmm.
if you're not taking care of yourself, I guarantee you, you're not able to put your 100% because you are genuinely, you do not know how much you're capable of. You can give so much more if you are well, if you're happy. No matter what, you do have your responsibilities. I understand, but if you take those, like I'm just making it up, but let's say 4 hours within a week for yourself, or an hour each day for yourself, and maybe just go for a walk, just go grab a coffee if that's what you like, go for a walk with a friend, call a friend, talk to her, whatever that makes you happy. Take out time and utilize other services to help your family member, whoever you are taking care for, and take care of themselves. When you do that, you will come back more recharged and you will be able to give a lot more to your family members who you are taking care for. You will be able to notice that. But if you keep doing that to yourself where you're not taking a break, you will burn out. One day you will burn out. That's pretty guaranteed. And it will not be good for you. And other side effects of burnout are even more severe. So instead, now that I know I have this, can I have my daughter come and take care of my husband for those 4 hours? And then I go and walk or go with a friend, walk on a beach, do whatever that makes me happy. I think that would be really, really good for you. Does that answer your question?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
And then there was another one asking about um finding ways for social engagement when their loved one resists leaving the house or trying new things. But I believe you kind of already answered that with like doing a
Yes.
Zoom or things like that. So,
Yes. Mhm.
okay, great. Sorry to interrupt, but please feel free to continue on.
Sure. Okay. Awesome. So, some of the things that we want to highlight, be it you are by yourself at home or you are taking care of your loved one, um, you can still do all these exercises, these things that I'm going to highlight now. Light exercising. Exercising doesn't mean like picking up dumbbells and like weightlifting and this and that. No, you can just do simple, even 30 minutes of walk. And if you're like, oh my gosh, I can't leave my husband or my wife by themselves at home, create your plan around their schedule and take out time and make sure that you're walking, you're keeping yourself active. It is very, very important. If nothing else, if you are sitting right there, you can even do like, put the YouTube on and do some chair exercises. Um, Stretch a little bit. Basically, the point is to maintain mobility. It is very, very, very important. We all are not the same when we were 10 and 20 and 30 and 40 and 50. So let's make sure that we have all these free resources available out there for us online. Let's utilize those and make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. Another thing is, which is we all do, no matter what, we all are eating, whether we are taking care of a loved one or not. But can we be very conscious about our eating and make healthy choices? Absolutely, yes. We are, even if we are getting our groceries delivered or we are going grocery shopping by ourselves. Can we be more conscious and pick the right foods that are going to be good food are for my health and brain? Absolutely, yes. So make sure you're doing healthy eating. Another thing is hydration and rest. We all are drinking water. Whenever you pick up that soda can you remind yourself and be more conscious of drinking water instead? Having carbon dioxide in a water mixed and drinking that with a lot of sugar in it was never a good idea, anyways. And it is still not. We need more oxygen and not carbon dioxide. So let's be very conscious of drinking more water, keeping our bodies hydrated. and resting when needed. Your body will tell you when you say, oh, my body hurts, my knee hurts, my this hurt and that hurts, you need a little rest. Be mindful of that, okay? Another thing is brain engagement. So I am so excited because I do that with my children too. Um, we'll do like a fun little exercise. So I can't see you, but you can see me, but we'll do a little exercise, okay? So even like as little as like you don't, even if somebody is bedbound, you can still do it, okay? So like for example, with one fist, one hand, I have my closed fist and then another is open. So even just doing little things like that, after a while you will see that your mind might get confused and you might be like both closed or both open, or it's just like little things. Okay, there are so many fun exercises, and if you want, I can send it to Stephanie, and you guys can do it when you have time. It just stimulates your brain. I do it with my parents too, and we'll all enjoy it so much. Um, so that's like brain engagement. And again, you don't have to do just these, but like whatever other, be it like crossword puzzles, be it whatever other kinds of puzzles, games, wherever you have to use your mind to think, do that. It's a really fun thing to do. And it doesn't have to, oh, games are for like, 15-year-old or 10-year-old or 5-year-old. No, it is for 90-year-old and 95 and 100 as well. It's for everybody, okay? The other thing is, like I highlighted a lot, routine. Routine is very important. Waking up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon is not a good idea. That you definitely need rest, but let's, like, morning sun is important too. And let's make sure we are following a proper routine every single day. Add some structure to your day, and it will make your life really a lot better. And then last thing I want to highlight is early support. Just like how someone just asked a question about, like, you are a primary caregiver for your loved one. Uh, Ask for help when needed. Don't think that, how will that happen? How will my daughter come and help me? I know she is busy. Yes, we all will be busy throughout, right? But it is a priority. It is a conscious effort that everybody has to make. Daughter will not feel bad if you ask. She will feel that my mom trusts me. So we all think like a little bit differently, but we all can think it in this manner too. Um, when your daughter needed you, when she was little, you were there even though you were working, but you still dropped your daughter to her class, to her piano class, gymnastics class, and 20 other classes they were doing. Now when you need your daughter, and even though she has a daughter too, she will make that conscious effort to help. So I don't want people to just like keep living in their own bubbles, that I know my daughter is busy. Don't assume. She will make time. She will figure it out. We all can figure our things out, but ask for help. And maybe your daughter might recommend, mom, maybe, we can have somebody come and take you for your doctor's appointment if I can do it. So there are all resources, help out there, but you have to identify that and utilize it. Okay, so, and again, the reason for that is getting help when something feels off prevents small issues from becoming bigger ones. And a very common thing that I have noticed with a lot of family members, especially with a primary caregiver, let's say their knee hurts and they're like, oh, but I don't have time because I'm with Mr. Jones all day long, but my knee hurts, but it's okay. And then it gets to a point where you need to have like a knee replacement. People would stretch it out that far. So let's be proactive. If your body gives you a sign, tells you something, talk to your friend, talk to your family members, talk to whoever you can count on to, but do talk. Nobody's thinking, assuming. No, our brain will tell all sorts of things to us, that no, 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 this person is busy, that person is busy, don't do it, just take care of the, do please be more conscious and do the right thing for you. Okay, that being said, I have to stop sharing for a second because I have like few more slides that I want to share with you guys and show you. So give me just 1 second. Okay. All right. So the thing I want to do you guys see my screen? I'm assuming yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So the next thing I want to say is you're not alone. Building a circle of support. It's very important. Please do not assume anything. Have a support system around you. It is very important for humans. We need that, and it's genuinely, it makes a huge difference. So be it your family members, be it your neighbors, be it the community centers you go to, caregivers and home care companies out there, healthcare partners, senior advocates. There are so many resources, people out there to count on to. And not everything has to be through a paid service. It can be if we go and talk to senior centers, there are so many support groups. And one of the examples is our wonderful Lisa's Care Connection. There are like ridiculously amazing support groups out there. We all, as a community, should come together and help and support each other. So make sure, just because whatever your age is, don't feel, I don't know if I need that. Should I do it? Should I talk to? What do they think? What will she think? Nobody's thinking anything. Let's take that one step forward, and the whole community will come to support you. Okay, so keep that in mind. And that the next thing I want to highlight is just like how I mentioned, not everything has to be paid. You can reach out to Lisa's Care Connection for various different kinds of support groups that we have. You can reach out to us as senior helpers. We can provide you with so many services like companionship. You need help with transportation to your doctor's appointments. You need help with if family members are have any chronic illness like dementia or Alzheimer's. We have various different kinds of brain health activities that we do with them to help stimulate their brain. Daily routine support that we provide. There are endless number of things that we all as various companies and communities can do for you. So please look out for those. Reach out to people how they can get more help. And the next thing I want to like highlight is a quick reflection on your purpose exercise. So remember, after we end this, think about it. What is that one thing that brings you joy? What activity, hobby, or moment that makes you smile. It could be you telling Daphne that, can we have Jyoti on this every week? I'm just kidding. But it could be anything that brings you smile, anything that brings you joy. Just think about that and write it down for you, and make sure you're taking that one step forward for yourself, not for anybody else. One person to connect with. Uh, Maybe you were thinking about talking to that friend, like, and every weekend you get busy and then you don't get time. Let's try to find that friend, that cousin, that my senior center friend, or wherever I found that friend, or whoever that person, or my granddaughter, my grandson. Let's try to connect with them. Or a friend that who you wanted to talk to for 20 years, but that one thing she said to you that broke your heart, it was really not that important that you're still holding on to that. Life has moved on. Let's make that phone call today. I promise you, if you make that one step, the other person will take two steps. You take two, other person will take four. But we have to take that initiative. And the third thing, whatever that one activity that you want to restart. Uh, Again, something that you always wanted to do. Maybe it's swimming and you are 70 and you're like, I don't know at this age if I can. Oh, no, you can learn. It might take you 2 months extra to learn, but you can learn. When I was young, I used to always I love dancing, but I don't know if I can do. You can do it. Okay. I don't know if I'm too old for learning technology. No, you're not. You can learn. You can do all those things that you always thought of. Think about that one thing. Just one. You don't have to think about 20 things. Let's learn that one and then we'll move on to another. But think about that. And then one support you need. What would help make these connections and activities possible? Is it transportation? Is it companionship, assistance, or encouragement? Whatever that is. Think about it. If you get that extra support, what that is, and how can you get that support? So write down your answers and share with your family member. You can write it to us as well. Tell us in our next meeting. Tell Daphne when we do another one of these. But the point is, take those small steps, and it will definitely 100% lead to meaningful change in your life. I can guarantee you, I can even put it in writing for you, it will not make your life difficult. If it's not making your life better, it's not going to harm you. It's not going to make your life difficult in any way. But let's take that one step forward. I'm assuming that you all are like, yes, you got it. By in the next 1 hour, we're sending a lot of letters to Daphne. Um, Anyhow, so all the things that we talked about, let's share together. Uh, and it's beautiful. You can bring it like what those uh, be it the activities that you thought of, the relationships, the passion brings you the most meaning or fulfillment right now. Just talk about those things with your group, and be it your senior center group or Lisa's Care Connection, or your morning walking group, evening walking group, and even you can share that with your other friends too, and you guys can do it together, and it's going to be such a beautiful thing to do. And then the next thing I want to highlight is, how do you like to stay connected? So think about it, like what your favorite ways to maintain those relationships are, like phone calls, meeting at a cafe, going through senior centers together, or like to faith groups or community gatherings, whatever those are. Write it for you, whatever is easy for you, whatever is convenient for you. What you think maybe a step one for me would be something like that. I can do it. Let's write it down and do it. And then, what new connections would you like to build? Maybe are there people, groups, or communities you would like to become part of or reconnect with? Write it down and see if we can do it. I'm pretty positive you can do it. So this is your homework today. And let's try to see if we can come up with something and do any of these bits and pieces here and there. But that is also one step forward. Okay, so my closing thoughts after this too much talking that I did, I just want to highlight that every day is an opportunity for meaning. So, no matter your age or circumstances, each new day brings possibilities for connections, joy, and purpose. Your life story continues to unfold. Just because you're 90 and you're retired does not mean that you cannot create new stories. You have a lot to tell us, definitely, but please also, you still have more stories to create as well, new things to do as well. Stay connected. Staying connected keeps us together and healthier. Remember that the more connected, the more socially connected you are with whatever groups you are part of, it will keep you healthier because you are thinking, you are talking, you are moving. All of these things will make you healthier. Purpose keeps us strong, independent, and joyful. So, when we, in general, it's applicable for all humans of all ages. When we live with intention and meaning, we maintain our vitality, independence, and zest for life. So, purpose fuels resilience. Remember that if we don't have a purpose, we could fall or decline easily. So let's think about our purpose today. And if after all of these things that we have talked about, Daphne and from Lisa's Care and like the larger group over there and us here at Senior Helpers, we are here to support you, guide you, and become those extra hands for you with any help that you need. And we know that you have so much wisdom. You have so much that you have learned in this life that we would love to learn from you. So please don't keep it within you, share it with us. We would love to take it from you. And that being said, I just want to thank all of you beautiful people that I'm not able to see from here, but I can imagine. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we just wanted to share our 2 cents with you. I think we all need little reminders here and there, and we all as a community can work together and support each other. So if you ever need anything, we are literally a call away. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And I'm going to stop now and have Daphne take over.
Thank you, Jyoti, for such a beautiful and wonderful and uplifting presentation. I knew that when we had you speaking, I was like, I know I'm going to love this one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um, and thank you for the couple of caregivers that asked questions throughout the presentation. Really appreciate them. And I'm sure that there was another caregiver watching this that probably had the same question or something similar. So thank you for asking. And I just wanted to say thank you again, Jyoti, for presenting and taking the time out of your, I'm sure, busy, busy day running senior helpers. Jyoti is a great connection that we have at Lisa's Care Connection. And if you are needing certain types of support, we can definitely get you connected to her. And she is a great advocate and resource to have just in your back pocket anyway. Um, just to kind of promote what we're doing next at Lisa's, we do have a couple of additional educations in December surrounding caregiving in the holidays. Um, Excuse me. And then we also have one with Forest Lawn talking about preparations and how to navigate all of that. So I will send that out in an email, and also this presentation will be available on our YouTube channel within the next 24 to 48 hours. If you happen to miss a part or wanted to go back and revisit something that Jyoti discussed earlier. And then if you have any questions or want to get connected with myself or Jyoti, please feel free to reach out. I will include Jyoti's information in the email recapping everything. So again, thank you so much, and look forward to seeing you in office or virtually
Yes.
very
Yes.
soon.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to connect with the community. I love what I do. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. And happy Thanksgiving to all you beautiful people out there. Enjoy with your families.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. All right. Thank you all for joining, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye-bye. Bye.
bye.